Ta-da! So we're going to read the Zodiac like a book in chapter 9. Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a half human, half animal sign. What the heck is that? It's a fire sign, right? And it's doing some missionary work in Libra's corner, where reason and rationality was created. It is now preparing rationality to be something a little more and to carry, some passion. So, the passion's right here. The fire, which is used to produce a congruent thing in the logic sector. So logic, intuition, and material resources dampened. It's crazy talk, I know. The fire of air is the missionary. The fire of air is the preacher, is the passionate con man, is the passion where you spend everything you have on your, everything you have gets used up with your great dream of ultimate fulfillment, only to teach you that this has been in a bracket and dampened. Just like in Cancer, the intuition controlling the earth, here resulting in current flow and movement, here resulting in heat and information dispersal. Fire and earth multiplying. You could see the entire world burning up, right? The fire over the earth, those are nuclear explosions and forest fires, California, right? Fire times earth. The fire furthering the material world by saying, okay, here's what we've got, this is the ideal. Now this is the ideal and this is what we got, and we're gonna make them even better, and we're gonna take over. We're gonna adapt this and make the perfect value. And conception, as it transitions into the, from the inner experience of it, as it transitions, it gets dampened with the square root. That means the missionary is effective in his own mind, but may leave most of his acolytes untouched, because that wasn't their earth he was moving, right? So the Sagittarian, without the watery connection and the consideration, these two things have the highest output when they're both integral. If one diminishes the other, one is less than the other. If they're both the same value, if fire and earth have the same value, just a hint for the Sagittarius that you can't get more energy out of a hotter flame. So it doesn't matter how hot the flame is, as long as it's proportional to the earthy element, then it's kind of safe. The square root gets dampened. The philosophy, the meaning of life that you just discovered in here, well, gets dampened. You'll understand it, but other people, they have to understand this themselves. And it turns out that there is Cancer is the first sign after, it's the sign that starts with the solstice in the summer, and this is the sign that happens just before the solstice in winter. And solstices, unlike equinoxes, are in a place in the circle where the tangent goes to infinity. So this is attempting to take a square root of infinity. It doesn't work, so there is a very insane moment, this anaretic moment and anaretic degree in the last bits, in the very first degree of Cancer and the very last degree of Sagittarius. Just something to keep in the back of your mind, that we're actually moving evolutionary from an inside to an outside. Okay, at these two transitions. But there you go. You have an idea, the importance of water, the dampening of your philosophic conceptions, being the built-in frustration. So now that you know the frustration is built in, you know that the inner light can illuminate things safely, because It's not going to attract any attention on the outside because it gets shorted down. I know people give this all sorts of crazy names. You can just call it a square root. And then you're free, and we're done with Sag.